In an important judgment today, the Supreme Court has upheld the powers of the Delhi Assembly to constitute a committee to probe Delhi riots 2020. The court has delivered its judgment in the Facebook India head Ajit Mohan versus Delhi Legislative Assembly case, where Mohan had challenged the summons issued to him regarding the Delhi riots case by the Delhi's Peace and Harmony Committee. The court has held that the Delhi Assembly's Peace and Harmony Committee's jurisdiction travels beyond law and order and police, which falls under the union government's jurisdiction, and stated that a Peace and Harmony Committee can look into a social issue like that of the Delhi riots since it deals with governance related issues. Significantly, the Supreme Court has ruled that the petition by Ajit Mohan was premature since no coercive action was taken against him by the Delhi's Peace and Harmony Committee. Maintaining that Delhi Assembly has the power to look into the issue of Delhi riots 2020, the court has clarified that the Delhi Committee can in no way act as a prosecuting agency or direct the police to file a second supplementary charge sheet in the case. A reference to this issue was made to a press conference in which the chairperson of the committee was a member. The court has noted that such statements in the press conference should not have been made by the chairperson, which led to an apprehension in the mind of Ajit Mohan before appearing before the committee. Well, on the issue of the role of Facebook in this entire case, the Supreme Court very importantly has held that Facebook is a platform where political differences are reflected, and the social media platform cannot therefore be allowed to wash their hands off the Delhi riots issue. On the issue of the breach of privilege issue, the Supreme Court has held that this entire contention was premature as submitted by senior advocate Harish Salve, since no such motion was passed by the Delhi committee. Even if so, the Supreme Court has noted that even if the parliamentary committee feels that a breach of privilege notice be issued, there are chances that the notice will not be issued at all, even if the privilege committee decides against it. The court has in fact went on to say that the plea by Ajit Mohan is a preventive endeavor to preclude the Delhi Assembly from even considering the aspect of privilege by citing absence of legislative power. The court very importantly has also held that it would be a monumental tragedy if the functioning of legislature is restricted to only enacting laws. Now, how does the Supreme Court view the center-union territory relation with respect to Delhi? Well, the Supreme Court has given a detailed analysis of how the issue between the Delhi government and the BJP government has cast a shadow over the good intention of the Delhi's Peace and Harmony Committee. The court went on to say, we may record that the central government and the state government have been unable to see eye to eye on governance issues in Delhi. The last few years have seen an unfortunate tussle on every aspect, with the state government seeking to exercise powers as any other assembly and the central government unwilling to let them do so. The three-judge bench has gone to the extent of saying that the majority is expected from both the sides, and we have to reluctantly note that the absence of such maturity in this important interrelationship. The court, in essence, has ruled that there is no dispute about the powers of the assembly or the committee to proceed on the ground of breach of privilege. The power to compel attendance by initiating privileged proceedings is an essential power. Thirdly, the Supreme Court held members and non-members can be equally be directed to appear before the committee. Fourthly, it has been held that in given facts and circumstances, the issue of privilege was premature. Canvassing a clash between privileged powers and certain fundamental rights is also preemptory in the present case. Supreme Court has held the Assembly admittedly does not have any power to legislate on aspects of law and order and police in view of entries 1 and 2 of List 2 of 7 schedule. Further, regulation of intermediaries is also subject matter covered by the IT Act. However, Supreme Court has held that the power of Peace and Harmony Committee travels far beyond police and law and order. Lastly, in a postscript to the judgment, the Supreme Court has laid down ways in which counsels appearing before the top court can make arguments and the process of advancing arguments much more efficient. For example, the court has said that if a question of law is not disputed by the Supreme Court, presenting cases or case laws or precedents before the bench is not needed. Well, that was a complete wrap up of the judgment in Ajit Mohan, Facebook India head versus Delhi Legislative Assembly. Stay tuned for more updates with baranbench.com, and don't forget to like and share us on social media.